Am I the arsehole for wanting my design job to be paid like I deserve to? Straight away I'm thinking, no. Hello Reddit, this is the first time I've posted in this sub. I was always a lurker of Am I the Arsehole, but never an active participant. But today I had my gears grinded for sure. Here's the deal. My cousin sings classic opera, like the Luciano Pavarotti and the likes. I was contacted November 10th by him asking me to design a logo for him, saying he needed it that day. This message was sent at 1 p.m. We set up on details and fees and I started to do my job. Right, can I just say, like, that's ridiculous.
That's awful. Please
even
never
for
ask
a cousin.
a designer to design something for that day, please.
Because that's like, I expect you to just drop everything you're doing for me.
Or I expect that you've not got any work on.
Yeah, either way.
Rude.
Arsehole. They needed a logo with a white background, also a version with a black background, transparent background of both of these versions, and then SVG versions of both. So you can see that it wasn't something easy to achieve. But I believe that since they have a manager working with them, the whole logo ordeal was a petition by their manager, by the way. Keep this in mind. After many revisions and additions back and forth with my client, whom I spoke to through my cousin, and never had a word with this supposed manager, we finished with all those designs. I staked the price, the whole package, which came around to $135 in total for all that I said before. Which
that's proper cheap because that's not pounds, that's dollars. So that's about 70 quid.
I don't know. I feel like
100 quid. Let's say 100 quid.
Yeah, let's just round it up to 100, probably around that. So that's really not a lot at all.
No.
Plus, when you're doing it that quickly for somebody, you should have a rush fee.
Yeah.
100%. The thing is, my cousin immediately backpedals the fuck out of this and said that's too much money. Of course, I was already kind of pissed because I spent my whole evening working my ass off and editing this logo like 1,000 times already, switching between Photoshop and Illustrator a million times.
So, just to put in, please, if you take one thing from listening to this podcast or listening to all the podcast episodes, do not work until you have got at least a deposit, at least
50% as well.
And please make people sign contracts. That's something I wish that I would have done because it's caused me a bit of grief later on. But please make people sign contracts or even read contracts. But please, yeah. Oh,
it's essential.
I don't work unless I've got 50%. So this is...
Yeah, same.
If you needed someone to give you a nudge and give you permission, this is your permission to not work unless you've got a deposit.
And also, if you're only charging a small amount, like $135, like, get that up front.
Yeah, but I suppose if it's your cousin, you'd think that you wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
So I get... so...
I mean, it depends who the cousin is. Could be a dickhead, which it sounds like they are. When I asked him if he would like to just buy the high quality background version of the logo to post on social platforms, it would cost him less. $25 for the high quality image. I got no response. Here comes the best part or worst part for me. He sends me an invoice stating that his manager needs the designs for today. Needs only the one with the black background in 3 different sizes, small, medium and big. Transparency is in the same 3 sizes and SVG in the same 3 sizes. I got this message at 6 p.m. I got back to him saying that the price would be the same for all of that. I would give him all the designs and a PDF even with support post work to edit some stuff if they needed to. He repeated the manager needed them for today, but the price was too high, that they would pay me when able. For $135, sorry. I'm really... Like, are you skint or something? I'm confused. What twisted world do we live in? I know. So I had an argument with my mum saying that I wouldn't just give up my work for free in trust that I would be paid whenever just because he's my cousin. And she says it's not worth it to argue with my cousin just for this. So, sorry, your mum's an arsehole.
Yeah.
So, Reddit, am I the arsehole?
Sorry, but your mother is
an
arsehole.
He's not the arsehole. Everybody else is in this situation and I'd fuck them all off, move countries. No, sorry, that was a bit
rude. That is so rude.
That's so bad. And the thing is as well, I'm sure that I read before that he'd said this was the price and they said that was okay. And now they've gone back on the word, which has happened to me before and it's really pissed me off.
This is it. It's what I find the annoying part about this is it's like, right, okay, I need these things now, but I can't afford, right? You need to send them over. I need them. But the fact that...
It's not a bar tab.
So, the fact that their manager their so-called manager, is asking for specific file types makes me think this manager has done either this before or is very inquisitive, because your average Joe, quote unquote, will not know about the different file types. Also, if I'm being honest, I don't know why they would need a small, medium and large file type.
Just have a large.
I don't understand why you would need that plus an SVG, because then you could just you could make your SVG a PNG image. So it's whatever if they can't afford that. But they've obviously worked with a designer before because they know what file types to ask for. But $135 for all of that, ridiculous.
That is so low, and they're saying it's too much. And the thing is as well, they need this work. It's obviously very valuable to them if they need it so quick. So why is it not valuable enough to pay for? This is what I'm saying. It's like you wouldn't go, let's say, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. I'm bad at this. Let's say your car broke down. It's valuable for you to get a new car, right? Yeah. You wouldn't go to the place that you get your new car, and say, I need this right now, but it's too expensive and I'm going to pay you later. So why is it any different?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't get it. This doesn't make any sense to me. Is there an update or what are people commenting?
So the top one here says, not the arsehole, but next time you do something for anyone, cousin or not, have a proper contract. It will save you a lot of time and energy. And then OP means original poster, so the person who posted the post. That was really my fault, yes, but because I needed the money, I ended up letting my guard down, especially him being my cousin.
That's a sucker. That's when it gets you. I've done that. I have recently, so I had a pretty rough start to the year money-wise. I won't go into it, but I then had a job come on and I needed the money and I needed it then. So I priced myself really low so I didn't get denied, and then they've paid and I managed to pay that bill. Amazing, but the work's still going on.
Sometimes you do have to do what you need to do to pay the bills, and
that's it. Yeah,
don't ever feel bad about that.
No, and like they said, the guard was down, and I relate to that. I relate when money's tough and you can kind of just want to take on any job, but
at the same time as well,
really for not sending over the files.
I know. Like, when money's tough, sometimes people can take advantage of that too.
Yeah.
Like, I know money's tough for them, so they'll do it dead cheap.
Maybe that's, well, obviously it's the cousin as well.
experienced.
Maybe the cousin knew. I don't know. Any other comments?
Maybe. So he's wrote here, the problem is I feel bad because even if it's my family and we have a good relationship as cousins, he wants, or the manager does, the logo and the rest of the work for today. Payment is out of the question for now, so my cousin says. I feel he just wants free designs, thinking he will get them because of me being a close family member. But they discussed fees at the beginning.
Yeah.
So they know they're not going to, like, if they want it for free, they need to ask for it for free first.
No respect there,
yeah, there's no respect. Yeah, that's so bad. If your cousin cannot pay $135 for your work, he cannot pay his manager either. And if you cannot pay a manager, said manager isn't doing a good job and needs to go. And yes, your cousin wants free designs. For the black version, offer him a completely black square in the sizes he requested. For the white version, offer him a completely white square. And for the transparent, give him a transparent square. That's what he can have for free.
I love that. I love the sass and the pettiness.
Oh my God. Melimpia. Yes. She's an arsehole enthusiast, apparently. Is that like an award people get for commenting a lot? I love that.